What is a Terry Frisk? In this video, I'm going to help you clear the 2 hurdles to a legal Terry Frisk. Boom! Thank you for rejoining me as we pick up the story of reasonable suspicion and how it began. We know that Detective McFadden and his stop of Terry and his crew on October 31st, 1963, the streets of Cleveland, Ohio, led to the Terry stop based on reasonable suspicion of crime that has occurred, is occurring, or about to occur. But let's talk about the second part of that stop, the Terry frisk. McFadden frisked Terry after the stop. Now, those are 2 separate search and seizure issues. You don't get to frisk everybody who you perform a Terry stop on. So what is the circumstance that leads to a Terry frisk? Well, 2 hurdles have to be crossed in order to be able to perform a lawful Terry frisk. The first hurdle is you have to have the person, at a minimum, lawfully detained on reasonable suspicion of crime. The second hurdle, then, that you have to get across in order to perform a lawful frisk is you have to have an articulable reason why you believe the person might have a weapon, or another articulable reason why you significantly are concerned for your safety. The purpose of a Terry frisk is not just for the safety of the officer and relieving suspects of weapons, it's also performed equally as important for the safety of the public surrounding. So, 2 hurdles: lawful detention, and then be able to articulate the why you believe they have a weapon or otherwise legitimately fear for your safety. Then, the scope of a Terry frisk, it's a limited search of the outer clothing of that suspect in order to locate weapons. So, I want to talk about 2 things. The first is the least intrusive means analysis. Now, that used to be the test of reasonableness for a Terry frisk. In other words, when you were frisking somebody, you came across an item in the outer clothing, and pretty much at the moment you encountered it, you had to believe it was a weapon. That's no longer the case. Officers who were following that were leaving weapons on suspects, and then they or other officers or the public were being harmed later with the use of those weapons by the suspect. The test now is hardness, and the test of hardness. When you are performing a lawful frisk, if you come across something that is hard to the touch, you believe is a weapon, or could be containing or concealing a weapon, which is what criminals have really spent a lot of time doing. They've gotten pretty crafty. You're able to remove that hard item that you've come across during a lawful frisk and inspect it. Don't search it. You have to have PC, probable cause, or consent for that. But you're allowed to inspect that item, remove it from that hard item from the pocket or wherever you located it, and inspect it to make sure that it's not a weapon. Now I'm going to take you to 2 major case laws, U.S. versus Horace Swan and United States versus Anthony L. Holmes. And I would like to have you research both Swan and Holmes to get further information on the death of the least intrusive means analysis. And now today we operate under the test of hardness. If that's a hard item you encounter during a lawful frisk, remove it and inspect it to make sure that it's not a weapon that can harm you, another officer, or a member of the public. I want to thank you for joining me today. I'm Don McRae with Premier Police Training. See you next time. Remember, the best insurance policy is proper training. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a like below. Subscribe and share with others in your department. I'll see you in the next video.